This has probably got to be one of my earlier Mammootty films that I had watched during the lockdown. And when I had watched it, I did not even know that this was not a Malayalam film. Hi guys, this is Farad and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now. And the Tamil film that we are going to be discussing today is Perambu, starring Mammootty. And there are many reasons why Perambu as a film does work. Firstly, it is the characterization. Perambu is essentially a story of a single father and how he adapts to his daughter who is on the cusp of menstruation, and the daughter is, by the way, also suffering from cerebral palsy. Now these are very uncomfortable subjects, that are in the life of a man, you would say, who is not from a liberal thinking kind of a situation that is there. These are lesser talked about subjects, and that is where Perambu scores with the little awkwardness to begin with, and to absolutely make it okay for a conversation to be had over the dinner table. Now when it starts, it's divided into chapters, Perambu, and when it starts, you see that the character of Mammootty has been living away from his wife and his daughter for over 10 years, and that is when you realize that there is absolutely no connect with the character of the daughter, which he's going to have a very important part to play in her life going forward. And that is the dynamics that is set at the very beginning, which also means that the daughter had to adapt to a man in the house for a very first time, when she was always accustomed to having a woman around, a mother around, who eventually flees and runs away. And the kind of obstacles that the character of the father showcases, or both of them showcase in their journey, is what essentially forms Perambu. And it's actually such a heartfelt relationship because you feel it is so organic. It is almost like the character of Mammootty is uncomfortable to begin with, the kind of life that he was living away from his family to what he's living right now. I think there was a stark difference that is there, and he took his time to adapt to the situation, that also his daughter is suffering from cerebral palsy and on the cusp of menstruation, that is there also on the cusp of puberty, that is there also. And I think these were very complex subjects that were nicely touched upon, and the more conversations that we have, it's all the more important. What's also, a major factor in the writing of Perambu is that it works on the perceptions of the viewers as well. It's around the midway mark, when the character of Mammootty shifts to the city with his daughter and they don't have a place to stay, and you see for the first time, the character of his daughter, having a first periods, that is there, and she's in a state of panic, and he calms her down, but eventually gets help from one of the neighbors that is there, the actor Anjali that is there, and Viji, character name is. And you know you get to see this woman who is really nice, and really has a motherly feeling towards the family that is there, which eventually prompts the viewers also to have a nice impression about her. But then there is a twist in the tale that happens. For people who've not watched, I will not reveal what the twist is, but there's a twist in the tale that happens that completely deceives your perception that is there. At the same time, you see a character of transgender that is there, who is just about fleeting at regular places in the screenplay that is there, until when she comes and plays a major part. And that character again, has a certain impression towards her. The viewers have a certain impression towards her. Eventually, there's again a transformation in her character also, and a major transformation in how the story eventually lands up and shapes up. So these are the kind of perceptions that the screenplay also plays with, and in turn also plays with the character dynamics between the characters that are there. The relationship, major crux of the relationship is between Mammootty and his daughter, how they adapt and how they, grow close to one another, to how the people around them help or take advantage of them depending on the situation. these are very delicately handled and very nicely handled with a lot of sensitivity also. And I think that is where Perambu scores, wherein the director Ram does an excellent job. Yeah, I think he's brilliant with the kind of relationships that he tackles in the film with such sensitivity and nuance that is there. Coming to the performances, I felt that the performances by Saradhana and both the Anjalis, the character of the transgender and the doctor, and sorry, the neighbor who helps them, both the Anjalis that are there do a wonderful job here. Mammootty also delivers such a nuanced performance, which is so heartfelt. And remember, this was the time when Mammootty was not quite in form. He was just about finding form. This is pre-COVID days, before COVID, where he was just about finding his form, as compared to after COVID, in which there's one banger of after another in Mammootty's filmography. But remember, this was my first tryst with Mammootty as an actor, and I hadn't watched many of his films, the ones that I'm watching right now, or the ones that were to follow eventually. I hadn't watched all those films. I did not know at that point the greatness of Mammootty as a performer. And this little performance did give me a glimmer of what the actor brought to the table. And it was a commendable performance, something that when I recall today, I also, tend to fall in love with the actor Mammootty that is there, because he got such softness to the character. Even though it was from a male gaze, there was so much, poise and so much grace to the performance. And even his awkwardness, that all of that, there was a little bit of sensitivity to it, which was so refreshing to watch in a male character. Males can be sensitive as well, contrary to what is being portrayed otherwise in most of the films that are there, the over the top machismo that is there, or toxic masculinity that is there. This is another side of the males that is less explored on celluloid, and it is such a brilliant performance that is there by Mammootty. I cannot rave it enough. So overall, I think Perambu was a wonderful, wonderful film. By the way, I did not even know at that point. I wasn't really actively reviewing stuff those days, and I did not know that this was not a Malayalam film. I thought it was a Malayalam film, going by the range of films that I had watched, up until then. And given that I also kind of knew that Mammootty was a Malayalam actor, this is not a Malayalam film. This is a Tamil film, and such a beautiful Tamil film. Highly recommended from my end. If you've not watched it, it's streaming on Amazon Prime. Both the Tamil and the Malayalam dubbed version is also available on Amazon Prime. So that was it. Let me know your thoughts on what you made of the film Perambu, and comment especially your theater watching experience or your watching experience while witnessing this gem that was there. Also, like the video or dislike the video, whatever you like. Liking, disliking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm, helps spread the word, and it helps in growing this little digi family. Also, what's more, you can do is also share this video with your friends and family. Ask them to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this digi family together. Also, I have been working overtime with my site as well, my website Popcorn Reviews with a double S. I put out 2 new reviews today of the Showtime, and of 36 Days, which is another show streaming on Sony Live. Both the reviews are on my site, and part of the information is also available on my social media handles like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Letterboxd. Letterboxd is only for films, so these 3, but nevertheless Letterboxd also. Follow me there as well, it's a humble request also, and support my site as well. All links, everything, all information is present in the description box below. I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.